Hello everybody, and welcome to This Week in Astrology with your friend Gretchen Hidell, full-time astrologer, life coach, Reiki master, and so much more. This is the week of August 16th, 2021, all the way until August 22nd, 2021. And if you're just joining me live, welcome. I have both Instagram Live and Facebook Live going at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday night. So go ahead and post if you're watching, where you're tuning in from, and also your astrological sign. I'd love to hear where you guys are viewing from. I know that it's sometimes a little delayed. I have a few people here on Instagram already, so welcome. How are you guys doing? And it looks like we have some people joining live also on Facebook. So we have a big week in astrology this week. Sometimes the different weeks are more busy than others, but this particular week in astrology is quite busy. I don't know why, but there's looks like people are slow to join here. Here we go. We get some more people coming on. Sometimes it takes a little while for the algorithm to get kicking in. So I have a lot to go over this week. The planet of Uranus, or Uranus, however you want to pronounce it, is going to be quite active this week, including hello, Marianne. Welcome. Aries in Vermont. So if you're just joining me live, please go ahead and post below your astrological sign. I'd love to hear where you guys are posting, viewing from. Lex in Vermont on Instagram. Hello, welcome. Vermont Pisces, Leo rising. Love that. We have a blue moon. We have a full moon coming next weekend on Sunday, and then we have Uranus is very active. Now, it's interesting because the full moon is going to be in Aquarius, and the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. And so we have Uranus, we have the blue moon, we have the full moon, we have all of the different things going at the same time. Hey Colette, welcome. Astro friend, she said. Capricorn in Vermont. Euro Yank 2021. And that's San Francisco North Bay. Hello, Libra rising, or Libra, welcome. Jackie, Virgo in Vermont, welcome. Hey, Darlene, welcome. She's Taurus in Vermont. Penny, Vermont Capricorn girl. Yeah, we have a lot of astrological energies happening. So Uranus and also Aquarius, these two are going to be like the sort of highlight spot of the week. And of course, we're going to be talking a lot about Leo because we're still in Leo season. So we are coming down off of, if we look at last weekend coming into this week, we are coming down off of these quincunxes. I started talking about this last week, and I don't know if you guys remember, but starting on Friday the 13th last week, oh boy. Hey, Lily. This is the first time ever I'm doing a live with Lily out of her crate, and I thought I hid all of the squeaky toys, and somehow she found one. So it just might be a thing. My Aries wild dog that I have. So on Friday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, Sunday the 15th, Monday the 16th, Tuesday the 17th, we are having quincunxes. Now I wrote in my Astro tidbits that we're going to have 3. We're actually having 5. I don't know where I got 3 from. I think I was thinking of it as last week versus this week. I think of 1 week increments because I'm always talking to you guys in a 1 week sort of snapshot. And I think I was thinking in that terms of 1 week, but actually it's 5 quincunxes. So that's a lot of planets being quincunx. Now, what the heck is that? In astrology, a quincunx is also called inconjunct. And it basically means that the planets have absolutely nothing in common. So on Friday, Mars and Saturn were quincunx, nothing in common. Then and that was Virgo and Aquarius. Then Sunday we had Venus in Virgo and then Jupiter in Aquarius. Then we had on Sunday the Sun in Leo and then Neptune in Pisces. Then on Monday we have Mercury in Virgo, and then we had Saturn in Aquarius. And then tomorrow, last but not least, on Tuesday the 17th, we have the Sun in Leo, quincunx Pluto in Capricorn. Now, what does a quincunx mean? And if you are, by the way, one of those signs, if you heard me saying one of those astrological signs, you will know that you'll be involved in this, okay, as far as the quincunxes go. But basically, I kind of gave the analogy on my Astro Tidbit that life is like a bento box right now. Some areas might be good, some areas might not be good. What it does do, hey Corbin, hey Almir, welcome who is joining me on Instagram as well. If you're joining on Instagram and you want to say hi, please go ahead and comment below. But basically what happens is if these planets are quincunx in astrology, it means that they have nothing in common, and it's basically, when I'm talking about these coming to a height, it's like almost like they're at their least common possible. So in other words, they're different modalities, they're different elements, they're just different in all ways, shapes, or forms, meaning that we have to try harder to get along, having all these things get along. And what often happens is compartmentalization happens. So let's say, for example, we'll use tomorrow as an example because it's coming. It's still activated and it's coming. So if you're a sun in Leo, right, and then this Pluto is in Capricorn. Now, I happen to know Leos and Capricorns that get married to each other, for example. But basically, it means that you have to try harder to find some common ground. And maybe that person's Capricorn, moon sign is in Capricorn, and the other person's sun sign is in Capricorn. That will create some more understanding there. But let's say you're just a regular run-of-the-mill Leo and has nothing in common with Capricorn. Those two can kind of, it's like struggling to be a little awkward. It's like, hey, how the weather and the grass is really green this year. It's like you have to find a struggle there because these two are not in common. Now, when they have nothing in common and they're sort of hard to kind of integrate, it means that we will feel on the earthly plane a little, like I said, compartmentalized or a little scattered, or it's like, well, I got this going on and this going on, and I can't bring them together. I can't bring stuff together. Quincunxes in astrology often bring obstacles and sort of delays. So if you guys are struggling and you can't quite integrate things and you can't quite, get things on the same page, and you're feeling a little disjointed, dissonance is another good word. I mean, there's all these sort of words for this. Hey, Kirsten, Capricorn in Vermont. So see, we're talking about Capricorn here. Rosalie, Capricorn in Vermont as well. Andrea, hello, she's Scorpio. And then Lauren on Instagram is Virgo Sun, Aries Moon. Welcome. Yeah, so I mean, if you're feeling a little disjointed, you can't bring your life together, you're feeling like things are on different pages right now, it's okay. I say take your foot off of the gas pedal for a minute and let all of this, because believe me, we're starting to get things kind of going this week. So at the end of last week, most of last weekend, and even in the beginning of this week, there's this weird disjointed feeling like there's a crunch, or there's some sort of like we can't make things come together and gel and really like click in like we would like. It's okay. Let the things be disjointed. And sometimes having compartmentalization can have a negative connotation, right? Where, let's say, well, let's use an example of somebody living a double life. They have, a wife and kids at one house and a wife and kids in another country in another house, and that's compartmentalization in a negative way. But let's say we use compartmentalization can actually be quite useful sometimes. Like, let's say, maybe your marriage is suffering, but you go to work and you're having a great time at work, and work is an escape for you. Work is doing well for you. That can be a healthy sort of coping mechanism, as long as it doesn't get too far out of whack. That can be healthy. So sometimes compartmentalization doesn't have to be bad. Sometimes it can be a good thing to be compartmentalized. It's just that things are a little disjointed. Lauren on Instagram said, yes, my motivation has been down, been feeling very busy and very scattered. Hey, Zelda777, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, I love that. Jeremy, Sagittarius Sun, Capricorn Moon, welcome. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of Capricorns. Rita, Virgo in Colorado, welcome. So I mean, there's been this kind of feeling. Now, as we get further into the week, and I don't want to spend too long on that because we're still in the middle of it, that's why I kind of wanted to touch in. So whenever you hear me talk about quincunxes, that's kind of what the deal is when you know these two are sort of disjointed, because I like to teach while I'm speaking. On Wednesday, Mercury is going to form a conjunction with Mars, and they're both in Virgo. So Mercury, how we think and talk and communicate, Mercury in Virgo is going to be conjunct Mars in Virgo. So we're going to be extra Virgo on Wednesday. So if you have anything you need to do, organization, planning, checking off your to-do list, how do I do this, how do I do that, that is a perfect time. Virgo, that Virgo energy can give us quite the superpower when we're talking about organizing, planning, getting things done, you know, showing up and doing all kinds of things. I should also mention in the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the moon is going to be in Sagittarius, for you Sagittarius, Jeremy out there, Sagittarius. Then on Wednesday, really Tuesday and Wednesday overnight at almost 2 a.m. Eastern time, the moon will switch into Capricorn. So again, Wednesday, the moon's going to be in Capricorn, and then we're going to have that Mercury and Mars are going to be in Virgo. Wow, that's like productivity, like exclamation point productivity, hashtag productivity. Okay, so if you need to do some like real productivity stuff on Wednesday, that is your day. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the moon is going to be in Capricorn. So I always find I get the most amount of work done when the moon is in Capricorn for me personally. Capricorn is a very sort of workaholic moon. So if you're looking to do some, again, productivity or goal planning or getting things done and checking off your list, that is the thing. Then on Friday, the moon switches in at almost 5 a.m. Eastern time. The moon switches into Aquarius, so it'll be in Aquarius Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, leading into the full moon. Okay, and that's going to be on Sunday. We're going to be talking about that full moon in a little bit, and then it'll switch after the height of the full moon on Sunday. It'll switch into Pisces. So we got Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces this week. As far as the moon goes. So that's good. So on Wednesday, the 19th, 2021, we have two things that are quite interesting. Rosalind said, Taurus here. Jocelyn, hey, Libra in Vermont. Almir, oh, cool, you have a job interview on Thursday. Okay, well, that could be good. So we have two things happening on Thursday. Astrologically speaking. One is we have the sun is going to form an opposition to Jupiter. Okay, so the sun is in Leo and Jupiter is retrograde, and that is retrograde in Aquarius, and that's going to be happening, you know, on all day basically on Thursday. It's going to be lasting. I mean, we're feeling it right now actually, but the height of it is on Thursday, where the sun is in Leo and the moon is, or the Jupiter is in Aquarius. Now, out of the oppositions, that is not really a hard one. Okay, I'll say that's probably one of the easier ones, opposition-wise. There's Jupiter makes everything bigger, of course. So Leo, Sun, and Aquarius, Jupiter can make things feel bigger. But so be mindful of what's going on in that time for you, because it makes it bigger. Okay, so if you're not feeling positive, unfortunately, that can make that feel bigger. But really, it's a quite a positive opposition, if you will. It's a sunny opposition. It's a cheerful opposition. Usually, oppositions are like this, opposite of each other, right? And you have to really find that common ground and stuff. But those two, the Sun and Jupiter, they're the two largest, okay, in our solar system here. They're the two largest sort of planets. Sun being a star, Jupiter being the largest planet in in our little lineup that we have. So those two are the superpowers, the super giants, if you will, of our zodiac, and it's really going to be more of an opulent, more of the thing that we get ourselves into trouble whenever Jupiter kind of does this with the sun is like being a little bravado, or being a little bit of a blowhard, or being a little bit overcommitting, or saying yes to everything and not really like thinking it through and all that stuff. So Almir said, hoping the sun amplifies Jupiter's abundance, right? Yeah, I mean, that can really, really be a good thing. Actually, it can be cheerful, it can be happy, but it can be too exuberant and too cheerful and too overestimating one's abilities and overconfident. But look, if you're a person that normally has problems with self-confidence, let's say your self-confidence is kind of low, this can super duper help you. It's just that if you're like, let's say, a narcissist and you think everything you do is wonderful, then that can actually hurt you and make you even kind of worse. Okay, so I always say, you know, you can't look at this like black or white. It's like there's always shades of gray in the middle of where this could be good or this could be not so good, depending on the person's personality. But it can be very, very helpful. And yes, it can be very, very good to be overly, you know, have a little extra confidence and be a little extra cheerful and things like that. But again, you have to remember, if you know, how does Leo look in your chart? How does Aquarius look in your chart? And therefore, you know, you'll get a bigger picture. But mostly this is a good one. And again, that happens on Thursday, August 19th. And the peak of it is 8:29 p.m. Eastern time. So earlier than that if you're out on the West Coast. And at 5:29 p.m. on the West Coast, that'll be the height or the peak of it. But it's going to be active for a while, like almost this whole week. So that's kind of cool. Now, on the same day, this is like, you know, these things are always a little mixed sometimes. On the same day, Uranus is going to be going retrograde. So on the 19th also at 9:40 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to be going retrograde in Taurus. Okay, so Uranus, I say Uranus, most scientists pronounce it Uranus, and then also the other correct pronunciation is Uranus, and so it just depends on how you want to pronounce it. If you try to speak it into Alexa or Siri, if you say Uranus, it will type it or put it in, but if you say Uranus, it says you're and us. So, Siri apparently thinks that the correct pronunciation is Uranus, just to let you know. But most scientists, I actually Googled it, and a lot of scientists that work at NASA pronounce it Uranus, Uranus or Uranus. So there's different ways to pronounce it. But anyway, Uranus is going to be going retrograde on Thursday. So what does this mean? So it's going to be 14 degrees Taurus, and going retrograde means that it appears from our planet as if it's going backwards. So what happens is it goes 14 degrees, and instead of going 15, it goes 13, 12, 11, 10. So it looks like it's going backwards. So what does that mean in astrology? It means that the planet is somewhat weakened, somewhat debilitated, and we're now repeating, because we're going backwards, we're repeating lessons. Now, I'm always telling you guys, you have to remember Uranus is stationary retrograde right now. So what does that mean? That's so funny, Kate. Kate said, new drinking game every time Gretchen says Uranus. We all take a drink. That's really funny. I know I'm going to be saying it a lot this broadcast because it just so happens that's the big planet of this week. So what does it mean when we go retrograde? So stationary retrograde means literally it looks like it's kind of like just sitting there right now. I always say the planets just don't like flick on and off like a light switch. They have to go forward, then they have to slow down and stop, stationary retrograde, and then they go backward again. Okay, now again, the planets don't actually go backward. It's just an optical illusion, but that's what we call retrograde in astrology. So when it goes backwards, so let me just give you perspective. These big, huge planets, when they go stationary, it's been at 14 degrees, okay, Taurus, since July 7th. And it's going to continue to be 14 degrees Taurus until October 4th. 14 degrees. It's not moving at all. These big planets, when they're, so it's going to take until October 4th for it to go 13. Okay, like that's like how it's really not doing much right now at all. It's going to be retrograde from this Thursday on August 19th all the way until January 18th, 2022. Okay. And so basically it's just going to be retrograde that long, and it's going to just take that long for it to even knock off of this 14 degrees. So if you have anything that's 14 degrees Taurus, that is really, really like up in your business, or 13 degrees or 12 or whatever. I mean, it's like pretty close to 14. So basically in the middle of Taurus. So if you were born in the middle of Taurus, that's right up, you are right up on, Uranus is just sitting on you right now. And Uranus is the planet, so why do we care, right? Uranus is the planet of sudden upsets, unexpected events, shakeups, earthquakes, and volcanoes. Did anybody hear of any, let's say, earthquake activity this week? How about volcanoes? Alaska, Haiti, okay, all these different things, right? You can see the seismic activity is going crazy on this planet right now. That is why. So whenever Uranus is very activated, I'm always talking about earthquakes and volcanoes, and of course it could be a tsunami, because they can be underwater earthquakes or volcanic eruptions that can create tsunamis. So as a result, that can be a tsunami type of thing. Corbin says, so when do we kiss Uranus goodbye? Ha ha ha. So we have to deal with that all week, and unfortunately this energy is going to grow and grow and get stronger as we are going toward this full moon, and that's going to be on Sunday. So just to let you guys know, if you're wondering, hey, what's going on with Haiti? Hey, what's going on with Alaska? Alaska has 3/4 active volcanoes right now. Haiti and Alaska had earthquakes. I mean, like, there's just a lot of seismic activity on our planet. And remember, it's the planet of shakeups, unexpected events, literally the earth shaking. But it can also be our body. So if you guys are at all predisposed to anything going on with your electrical system of your body, please pay close attention, because Uranus is very activated right now. So that is tremors, that is seizures, that is heart palpitations, heart arrhythmias. Migraine activity is actually electrical in nature in the brain. Anything that has to do with those types of things, can be a Uranus thing, muscle spasm, all that kind of stuff. So, and anxiety. Uranus is very associated with anxiousness, feeling nervous, and feeling like kind of like, sort of shaky in your boots, right? I mean, that can be a Uranus thing. It's really tough with that planet, because it's also considered to be the wild card in astrology. So, when you play cards, you get the wild card. It's like the unexpected. So it can be unexpected good, unexpected bad. It doesn't have a connotation with it. It's just the wild card. It's just something that could be unexpected, or, a surprise. I always say you could be surprised and win the lottery. You could also be surprised and get a flat tire with your car. I mean, so that's the thing about that. So Uranus is starting to go retrograde 9:40 p.m. officially on Thursday, but as you can see, it's been 14 degrees since July 7th. It's been 14 degrees. So it's still 14 degrees, and it'll continue being 14 degrees all the way until October. But that's what's happening. So when we talk about Uranus the next day on Friday, I'm going to just be talking about it. So Kate, hopefully nobody really is drinking, because you guys are going to be really drunk really fast. Friday the 20th, Mercury is going to form a positive trine with Uranus, and that's going to be at 4:06 a.m. Eastern time, and that's going to be on Friday, again earlier than that on the West Coast, and that thing's going to be activated for a few days as well. And Mercury is the live wire of the zodiac, and also Uranus is the live wire of the zodiac. By the way, Uranus also is lightning and electricity. So if you think about lightning and electricity, for sure that can be your technology. For sure that can be power grids. I'm just saying that. There could be major power outages going on as well. Mercury is how we talk and communicate and stay. Now these two are trine, which means they're playing nice together. Mercury is in Virgo and Uranus is in Taurus, both earth signs. So if you are, I know there's a lot of Capricorns on tonight, so if you guys are Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you'll be feeling that in the earth energy. But Uranus being in an earth sign right now can be, again, a little kind of scary because we got the earthquake activity going on and we got all the stuff happening. So anyway, that's coming on Friday. So if you guys are sensing like, kind of like, I'm feeling something, I just feel something, I'm not sure why, or you feel like you're kind of coming out of your skin, that's what it is. You're not going crazy. Okay, that's why I love doing these broadcasts, like just to confirm and let you guys know it's not you. Okay, like this stuff is just really happening on a global level, and if you are at all, if you guys are at all sensitive, basically that is going to be, you know, something that you're. Let's see. I was trying to get my screen to go on, and I think it stopped it for a second on Instagram. So if you guys are at all feeling nervous or feeling a little like apprehensive, that's why, basically, because there's so much astrological energy. And then even on Sunday, on the day of the full moon, yikes, overnight between Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be a lot of activity overnight between Saturday and Sunday. And the sun's going to move into Virgo on that day. I got a lot to talk about with Sunday. That's why I'm trying to move through quickly. Mars is going to form a trine with Uranus at 2:38 a.m. Eastern time. So what is that? 11:38 p.m. if you're on the West Coast on Saturday. But on Sunday, this weekend, basically, Mars in Virgo will form a trine with Uranus, and that's going to be activated, and that can be fires. Oh my God. So now we're getting into a lot of like sort of disaster type stuff. It is a trine. It is positive, but with Mars and Mercury hanging out together this week, there's going to be some aggression issues for sure, okay? Because Mars, Mercury, and then now Uranus is being thrown in the mix. And then we have Jupiter making everything bigger. This could be too much. This could be contentious. This could be argumentative. So people are kind of fired up right now, and that could really tip over into being a little too much energy. Now, so Mars is going to form a trine, okay, like I said, with Uranus, and that's happening overnight. Then we have the full moon happening first thing in the morning. I say first thing, 8:02 a.m. Eastern time. What is that? 5:02 a.m. if you're out on the West Coast in California, Oregon, whatever. And that's going to be at 29 degrees Aquarius. Now, you might be saying to me, Gretchen, last month there was a full moon in Aquarius, and you are correct. Okay, so there's two definitions of a blue moon. You guys ever hear that expression? Once in a blue moon. The first definition is if there's two full moons in 1 month, okay, then that means that there is going to be, that's a blue moon. Or if there's two full moons in one sign, or they'll sometimes say if it's like more than, I think, 3 in a season. Anyway, it's a blue moon. Just take my word for it. It's a blue moon. So basically, that's what the deal is with this. Is the last full moon in Aquarius was on July 23rd, and it was 1 degree Aquarius. So if you were born right in the beginning of Aquarius, that's that full moon. On the other side, this month, it's the last degree of Aquarius. It's 29 degrees Aquarius. So if you were born at the end of Aquarius, that's going to be your full moon. And so basically, we're completing, really super duper duper completing something with the Aquarius stuff right here. Okay, remember, full moons are about releasing something, purging something, getting rid of something, ending something, okay? And so that's basically what the deal is with this Aquarius energy. Now remember, it can be just a peak of a cycle, a harvesting, if you will, and that's what this full moon is all about, but we're like extra harvesting, extra super duper harvesting in Aquarius. So again, that's going to be 29 degrees Aquarius. It's called a blue moon. This particular moon doesn't really matter. It's just what we call it, because it is kind of an unusual occurrence. And so that's basically going to be happening on Sunday, 8:02 a.m. Eastern time. So this is the time to burn or destroy your list, and to get rid of, to purge, to do whatever, and release something that's in the Aquarian realm of your chart. Now, if you are an air sign, Aquarius, believe it or not, is an air sign. So if you're another air sign, you're a Libra or you're a Gemini, you will definitely be feeling this a lot. If you are a fixed sign, so Leo or Aquarius or Cancer or Scorpio or Taurus, those are the fixed signs. And so if you are a fixed sign, you will be feeling that a lot as well. Extra super duper, but we all feel it. We all feel these full moons. I'm just telling you, going into this weekend, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer or anything like that. It's just going to be a lot of energy, and that can create a lot of like a mixed bag. I mean, again, if you're going into the weekend and you're feeling good and you're feeling fine and everything, oh, I had an unexpected surprise where I won the lottery. Great. Okay, that's gonna be fine for you. But if you go in and you're a little stressed out and you're having this and you're having fights at work and you're having a fight with your girlfriend or boyfriend and you're doing all the thing, and then it can be very difficult, okay, in reference to how these planetary things happen. Andrea, even though I repeat it many times, people still ask me, what time is it? It's going to be on Sunday at 8:02 a.m. Eastern time on August 22nd. So this is the time to burn or destroy your new moon manifestation list that we wrote out, okay? We want to burn or destroy that list and release it to our angels, our spirit guides, our guardians, and just let it go into the ethers, let it go into the universe. Somebody said something about Afghanistan. I don't remember who it was. Oh, my mom. I should remember that. Excuse me. Kristen, okay, do you feel okay with a scheduled surgery on Monday the 23rd? Kristen, that's a complicated question to answer on a live broadcast. I would say it's not great. I'm sorry to say that, and then I want to, and I know you feel good about it, so I can always pull a card on that, but it's timing wise, I would want to see you further out away from that full moon. On Monday, there's going to be a Saturn thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of things. So at Tuesday, there's a weird thing. I would say, Kristen, if you can move it. If you meditated on it and you feel good in your heart about it, then I would say go for it. But as a classical astrologer, if you're asking me as a classical astrologer, I would say to get away from the full moon, because there can be, just so you guys know, and I'm Kristen, I'm not saying it to deter you. Hey, get out of there. But it is said in astrology that if you basically do surgery on or around the full moon, there can be an increase of bleeding, and there can be sometimes a delay in healing, because everything's vascular. So if you think about the ocean, right, it raises the tides, and the tides get really full and everything, so our blood sort of gets full. So I would say to be not near the full moon time frame wise, but it depends on what you're really doing. And I would need to see your chart and to know your personal circumstances in order to tell you like fully. But I also teach on my broadcast, and that's what so anybody scheduling any kind of an elective surgery, I would say to try to stay away from full moon times, because that's not the most ideal. But Kristen, I'm going to pull a card for you just to make sure and see what the deal is with you. What does she need to know about surgery? You're getting the card relationship harmony. Is this surgery for your spouse? This is something to do with relationship. You know, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved, so that could be good. Harmony, you know, that could be good, but I would say still to kind of watch that. Yeah, she said no, not me. Yeah. No, you, or no, she said no, me, so I'm not sure what that means. I guess maybe it is you. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, we're not sure. Yeah, so if you want, I can take a look at your chart and see. Kirsten said, today I'm feeling a heavy sense of unsettled energy with anger and fear. Yeah, definitely it's one of those things that, you know, we might be feeling a lot of this. Sarah said, oh, she means it's her, not her partner. It is me, yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I would, the cards are, that's like kind of, it's not a bad card, it's actually a good card, but the cards are saying that there's a conflict about it or something and it's trying to be resolved. So that's basically what the card is saying. So it wasn't like an absolute yes, but it wasn't an absolute no either. It's kind of like in the middle. So, yeah, we might need to schedule a session around that because I would want to look. I take scheduling surgical times very seriously. It's not something I just do on the fly, like, oh yeah, let me look, oh, Tuesday's great. You know, I have to do a deep dive on those, and that does require session time, just so that people know. And just so that you guys know, I mean, obviously that's for elective surgeries. If you guys need an important, you know, procedure that's ASAP, you just do it, you know, like just do it and we will all give you lots of love and prayers. And so that's, that's always the guideline, of course. But if it's an elective surgery, there's certain things, and even like plastic surgery is different than, you know, some other type of surgery. So there's different things that to look at. It's a whole specialty in itself, just to let you know. So basically that's going to be happening in Aquarius. So where does Aquarius fall within your chart? Aquarius is all about, you know, making the world a better place, social justice, environmental. We're hearing a lot of environmental stuff on the news. Jupiter and Saturn are both in Aquarius, and so it's one of those things that Aquarius right now is just really very active as far as the sign goes, and the world is changing and how we do things is changing. We have a lot of stuff going on with COVID and different things like that, so there's a lot of Aquarian energy happening right now, and so we're trying to make the world a better place. In your personal life, Aquarius is actually the sign of friendships and groups of people, and of course, sort of where, you know, where do you put your energy? Do you raise money for social things, or, you know, do you have any kind of like political leanings or groups of people that you hang out with? That's basically the 11th house in astrology, is the area where Aquarius affects, is the 11th house. So that's your groups of people, your social situations and friendships. A lot of Aquarians love their friendships, and friendships are so important to them, almost like family. So this can be a thing. Also kind of funny is this rules over, when we talk about sort of love, this rules over Aquarius is friends that become lovers, lovers that become friends. You know, it's like that kind of thing where you can fall in love with a friend and be with a friend in that way. So I always say the best foundation for most love relationships is friendship. So it's working on that friendship, on those friendship roots, and, you know, kind of looking at our friendship circle of people that we hang out with. The other thing I want to mention that I didn't talk about was today, the Venus actually moved into Libra, and it's going to be in Libra until September 10th. So for like roughly, I don't know, 3-4 weeks there. And so that's kind of fun. So Venus and Libra, if you're looking for love, this is the time frame for sure. Venus and Libra is kind of like really inclined towards partnering up and being in a partnership, and hey, let's let's get together, let's hang out and do all that stuff. Venus in Libra is probably one of the most romantic Venus signs, because if you think about it, the ruling planet of Libra is Venus. So when Venus is in Libra, woo, those two come together and it's like extra, extra. So we're really thinking about relationships during this cycle, where before, when Venus was in Virgo, just looking at our love lens, Venus was in Virgo. Venus was more discerning, a little detached, could go, yes, no, I don't know. This one doesn't have a good resume. This one doesn't have, but when Venus is in Libra, all that goes out the window, okay? Now, I wrote in my Astro Tidbit today about Venus in Libra. The pitfalls of Venus in Libra are kind of like codependence. Because if you think about it, it's like gets too much sometimes, being codependent. Being pretzeling, meaning that we're bending and contorting ourselves to make things work. Saying yes, being yes men and yes women. Always wanting just to please and to, stay in relationship and make a compromise and make more compromise. So that can be the downfall of Venus in Libra, because it can be too much of that. It can go really into the way overdoing it. And we don't want to just become, doormats, basically. So we don't want to become a doormat for sure. But Venus in Libra is all about partnership. And it's great if you need to reconnect with your partner and you have a healthy relationship and you have if you have already good, healthy boundaries and you already, are more solid, steady, stable, secure, then this Venus in Libra is going to be quite lovely for you. It's just that if you have those tendencies already to be codependent, or to lean too much on your partner, or what does my partner say? I have to check with my partner. I'm not sure about what my partner wants. That's too much. That can get too much. Certainly, it's the opposite of Venus and Aries, because Aries is all about the self and figuring out, well, that doesn't work for me and that does work for me. Venus in Libra is a different deal, and it can be too overbending. So we got to watch that. But Venus in Libra is quite lovely, and this is a time where we want a partner. So yeah, commitment is on the table for sure, and we're going to be wanting more to partner up. So this is a good time to, maybe get on a dating app, or, be looking or wanting to reconnect, with your lover or your partner. If you've been feeling a little, Venus in Virgo can be kind of brutal, because it's like he chews with his mouth open and she puts her feet up on the couch and it's all that like nitpicking, and we're discerning, like, are you doing the right thing and I'm doing the right thing. Venus in Virgo can be a little bit of a killer of love, sometimes. But this Venus in Virgo, it's almost like we go from one extreme to the other, where all of a sudden it's like, well, that's okay. Just do that. It's fine, and like kind of wanting to get along and be peaceful. But that can come at a cost. I was thinking about stones for us to wear with all of this Uranus and Aquarius energy. I was thinking about stones. I don't have a really good specimen to show you of a piece of fluorite, but if you guys have fluorite, this would be a really wonderful grounding kind of stone to sort of wear. Any of the dark colored stones, because of this nervous sort of energy, I'm going to be wearing a lot of dark stones personally. I even have these onyx earrings, which are pretty fun. But basically that's the deal. I really, onyx, hematite, and all the dark colored stones that I'm always talking about. But I would do fluorite is really good for, especially if you're having this electrical component. If you do have seizures, palpitations, heart things, any kind of thing like that, you might want to wear some fluorite, because that is said to, help with EMFs and just different things like that. So yeah, so I hope that all that information helps. We have a big, huge download. So we want to remember, when we get to the full moon, we start releasing, we start purging, and we start letting go. That's why we release our new moon manifestation list on the full moon. We want to let go. We want to, start letting go and letting God, I guess, or the universe or Buddha or whoever it is you pray to. And so releasing. So we're still, most of this week, going from new moon to full moon most of the week. So remember, we still have 1 week left of manifesting. You know, I'm just looking at the week ahead, but we still have 1 more week left. Last week I did the video about manifestation, so if anybody has any questions about manifesting, or if you have any questions in general, I'd be happy to talk to you guys. I'm really into manifesting right now, so if you guys have any questions or that you thought of from last week's video, or even that you want to ask now. Also, I can pull cards or whatever. We still have a few minutes left on the broadcast that we can do this. So go ahead and type below. I know there's a little lag. There's a little lag in the time, so when I'm talking, that happens. And also you guys too on Instagram. Instagram's been kind of quiet tonight. Lauren said, wow, Sunday sounds insane/intense. Oh my gosh, and then I almost forgot. So very quickly, oh, Andrea, that's awesome. Gretchen, you were right. There was some communication in August with the person I asked you about. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Yes, let them come to you, my friend. Let them come to you. I almost forgot. On Sunday, we move into Virgo season. So Leo season is ending. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot that. Leo season is ending, and then Virgo season is starting, and that's also on Sunday. So Sunday night at 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time on August 22nd starts Virgo season, and then we'll be officially in Virgo season, okay, and that'll be really fun. I think what I'll do is maybe I'll talk a little bit more about Virgo season next week, because honestly, that's a lot in one video. But Virgo season is an earth sign, and it's the time. I always call Virgos the quality control officers of the zodiac. Okay, they're here to go, that's right, that's wrong, do this better, don't do that, you know, and kind of get things kind of situated and organized, okay, and figured out, and really doing all that stuff. So that's Virgo season in a nutshell. So we will have the gift of discernment, okay, and you know, being able to be quality control officers of our own lives in Virgo season. I happen to like Virgo season, and that will actually help some of that Venus. It'll temper some of the Venus and Libra tendency toward that, you know, okay, dear, yes, dear, you know, because, you know, Virgo will go, oh, hold on. Maybe not, you know, like, let's look at this. So that'll help us a little bit. Mars will still be in Virgo too, so just to let you guys know. And then we'll have another week left of Mercury in Virgo too. So we got some Virgo energy for sure. But Kate said, I've been manifesting the heck out of everything. Awesome. I love that. Kate, by the way, posted last week that picture of her mama, and her mom's arm was broken. I don't know if you guys remember from the video. I had said that it was going to be, that it was bruised, and a bruise would come out, and then she'd have to go to the doctor, and that's exactly what happened. You've been manifesting the heck out of everything. I rewatched your video again. I almost feel like my spiritual energy and healing power have been upgraded in a major way, even before I started doing the manifesting. Oh my gosh, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Tara said, I'm on Facebook and getting a ton of feedback. I don't know if nobody else has mentioned that, Tara, so that might be on your end. Andrea, oh yes, yes. Joanne said, I've been manifesting like a crazy lady. I love it, love it. Lauren said, not me, I'm pretty far away from that, though I have lots of fire in my chart for a Virgo sun. Oh, gotcha, okay. She was talking about, I think about the quality control officer comment that I had made. And yes, obviously everybody's got, you know, we have to look at our moon sign and our Mercury sign and our Venus sign, all the different signs to see, because we are layers of people. We're not just all one thing and all another thing. We're layers. We have a lot of layers. So I love that you guys are doing manifesting work. If you guys have any questions about that, please feel free to type below. Andrea wants to know more information about this love person that she has an interest in. And also, just to let you know, Venus is about to go into Libra, my dear, and you have a lot of Libra in your chart, so that can be helpful. All right, so I'm going to pull one card for you, Andrea. What does she need to know about this? We're going to call you, it's a special person. What she need to know about the special person? You're still, I'm going to pull another card just so I can get clarity on the special person. What does she need to know? Okay. I mean, the good news is you are overcoming difficulties with that situation, with that special person. Okay, overcoming difficulties, and it's hard to see on the camera here, but it's like an owl flying away. There's a feather and an owl. Okay, overcoming difficulties means the worst behind you, but Archangel Michael's still here to say you are safe and keeping you safe. So I would say this: if the special person is not yet ready to come back fully, let them come to you, okay? And when they come, you are warm, you are open, you are available, you are friendly, okay? But not desperate, not reaching out, not like, oh my God, all this kind of stuff. But I would just be warm, open, and friendly. Oh, great! It feels so nice to hear from you. And that's what I would do, and let them come to you, because there might be a reason you're getting this card. Whenever Archangel Michael comes out in the cards, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So I feel that if this person doesn't have, let's say, good intentions, honest intentions, true intentions, sometimes our angels don't let it happen. You know, if they're in like a weird place or a bad space, you know, they might be guarding you against that. So it's okay. Warm, open, and friendly when they come. I wouldn't be reaching out a ton. I would let them come to you, and I'd be like, oh, it's so nice to hear from you. It's so nice to hear from you. I'm so nice to hear from you. Okay? And that's it. It's been nice so far. Good, good. It says you are safe, so your angels are with you, and that's a good thing. Okay, Joanne on Instagram. Let's see here. Can you tell me if my daughter should come home from Pennsylvania? Woo! You got cards falling out all over the place. Andrea said, good to know. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. It's been nice so far. That's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Joanne, should your daughter come home from Pennsylvania? Wow. I mean, it's very clear, Joanne. So you're getting cards that are very clear, very definite. This is the card that actually kind of fell out on me. That's Jupiter. Jupiter is travel long distance. This is awakening to a new thing. There's a new idea here. There's a new, like, oh, maybe she should come home, or she's thinking maybe I should come home. And then this is literally the card of moving or a trip, permanent move, or a just like, you can see she's flying over the earth. Okay, so it looks like she for sure is coming home, and I think this looks like it's a good thing, and that it's supported. Your daughter coming home is supported. So does anybody else have any questions here? Not many people are asking questions about manifestation or about this full moon and what we need to be doing, because otherwise I'm just gonna wrap up. And pull a card, one collective card for everyone tonight that is watching. And also if you're watching on the pre-recorded version, go ahead, like and share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gretchen Hidell, because I do post these videos, and then you will get notifications that the videos are posted, in case you missed them or whatever. And I am going to be posting additional content as well. Sarah said, going to be, oh my God, your senior year in college. I can't believe it already. Okay, and wants to have a card for her senior year in college. What does Sarah need to know about your senior year in college? What is important about this? Oh, I know what this is about. Interesting. Sarah, you got a lot. You got some, so moon cycles. So moon cycle, if you think about the moon, right? It's new, it's full, it's a half, it's a quarter, it's a sliver, it's bright, it's dark, right? It's changing constantly, right? It's changing. The moon's changing. So that's what this senior year is going to be like. And I don't actually feel that it's you. I actually feel it's COVID. So it could be like you're on campus, you're not on campus. You're, you have to mask, you don't have to mask. Like, I feel like that is going to be the thing with your senior year. It's like, feels like it's very up and down. You're also getting the card Hello from Heaven, which means a deceased relative, a friend, a loved one, a deceased pet. Some spirit activity is with you and helping you through this process. It might be a little bumpy because of this. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's like the world in general. So that could be a thing. So yeah, so I hope that helps you, Sarah, but I feel that you're going to be okay, because this deceased loved one is going to be looking out for you, being your guardian angel, being your spirit guide, and helping you with your studies. And it says on the card, I'll read you the card, Sarah. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So don't be worried. It's easier said than done. Don't be worried, but it looks like it's going to be okay. So I hope that helps. Congratulations on your senior year. That is just so awesome. I can't even believe it. Jackie, you're having trouble manifesting. Can I pull a block about... well, I'd love to talk with you about that. Let me see. Using a different deck here, Jackie. And then I am going to pull a card, one collective card for everybody. What do we need to know about our week and our full moon, all that? Jackie, what does Jackie need to know about her blocks that she has with manifesting? What does she need to know about her blocks with manifesting? Jackie, pay attention to your dreams is the message on your card here. Pay attention to your dreams. I'm going to read you. You are receiving divine guidance while you sleep, Jackie. Even if you don't remember your dreams, the answers are in your unconscious mind, where they appear in order to help you. I just over and over and over and over in my ear keep hearing worthiness. Do I deserve it? Or is this really, like other people can do it, but I can't do it? There's some kind of a piece there. I keep hearing worthiness, like in as a loop. So just to let you know, I really do feel that there's something going on with that, Jackie. So you're worth it. Of course you're worth it. We all have a divine birthright, okay, that we are worthy of love, of money, of a job, of peace of mind, of a nice home, whatever thing it is you're trying to manifest, especially when it comes to love and romantic relationships. Worthiness plays a huge role in that, because am I worth it? Am I worthy of being loved? And of course, on the surface, our conscious mind, oh yeah, sure, I'm worthy of being loved, but on the subconscious mind, and the subconscious patterning, you want to be able to work on that, because sometimes those beliefs are deep down in there. So Jackie, I hope that helps. So I'm going to pull a card for everybody. Let's see here. Oh gosh, there's a lot of talks here. I can't read all them, but I'm going to pull one card here, and that's really helpful. Thank you. Yeah, and apparently you're having dreams about it too. I mean, your dreams at night. So if you're having dreams of someone leaving you, or somebody not loving you the way that you were supposed to be loved, that's the clue, okay, that your subconscious mind is trying to work on it, and your angels are actually trying to help you to like do a practice run and to like succeed and be able to feel your worth, your sense of worth. So what does the universe want everyone to know that's either on this live broadcast or watching a pre-recorded version of this on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook? What do the angels need you guys to know in order to have a successful week? Because this is going to be a little bit of a bumpy week. I'll just say that, especially towards the end there on Sundays. It's going to be kind of cray-cray. So what do we need to know about this week? The full moon What's the most important thing? Teaching and learning, teaching and learning, teaching and learning. Well, I'm teaching you guys here tonight, and you guys, Archangel Zedekiel, keep an open mind, learn new ideas, and then teach those ideas to others. I will tell you this, Uranus is like a lightning bolt sometimes of ideas. It's an epiphany. It's a aha moment. It's what Oprah Winfrey says, aha, or a light bulb moment, or any kind of thing like that. Where we are basically getting a download. Okay, we might be getting a lot of downloads this week. So teaching and learning is all about these major downloads. We call that in our language an epiphany, okay, or like a new idea or some kind of a thing where we receive these downloads. When we think of Uranus, we think literally of lightning bolt. And so that is something that we are getting we might be getting downloaded with quite a lot. By the way, I should say this. Also, if you guys have any latent channeling abilities, channeling meaning you're able to kind of, be an open channel, be able to glean information from the cosmos, from the universe, from the ethers. Channeling is actually a very favored thing under Uranus transit. So I hope that helps. This is going to be a doozy. So remember, our nervous systems are going to be really on edge. So this is time to do earthing, to get our feet into the ground, to hug a tree, to get outside with the plants and the animals and the earth and just have it be like a calm sort of situation. But that's basically what the deal is. So teaching and learning, we're here to learn, we're here to teach, we're here to grow. So please, everybody, have a wonderful week. Happy full moon. Make sure to burn your new moon manifestation list. And I will see you guys all in the same time, same place next week. Please send me a message if you want to schedule a private session.